type of makeup where everyone comments saying, please do makeup tutorial, please do makeup tutorial. So what's not better to do this on YouTube where I'm going to do it full in depth. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can all see by the title today, I'm genuinely going to be doing one of my most requested videos of all time, which is my baddie makeup. And I'm so excited to do this. I feel like such a baddie as well today because I got these nails. Look how stunning they are. Would you believe these are press-ons? Genuinely, you would not. There's this girl who sells them and she makes them herself and you can buy them and stick them on. They're generally so good. This is the type of makeup where everyone comments saying, please do makeup tutorial, please do makeup tutorial. So what's not better to do this on YouTube where I'm going to do it full in depth. So let's go. So firstly, we've obviously just got to clip our hair back. I'm literally just going to be using these little hair clips. I love them because they're just so cute and pink. You obviously want to have a really clean base. I've just gone in with some micellar water. This is probably not a very good one, but it's just quite a cheap one I've just gone in with some micellar water and just wiped over my face just to get all the excess oil off, because I guess having lots of oil on your face already, it's just not a good start for the makeup. So I always say make sure you have a clean base first so we can do good makeup on top. So as you can see, I have already actually done a slight part of my brows. I've lightly filled them in and just gone over them with some eyebrow gel, literally just to speed things up. What I am going to be doing is I am going to be going in with my concealer and I am going to be carving them out. I feel like this is the step you guys love to see. Yes, this is the brush I'm going to be using. It's very old, but it does the job, so it works. So the first proper step is I'm going to be going in with this concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in shade Swan, and with this I always just put a little bit on the back of my hand first and then I like to just pick it up with the brush. I'm just going to start off by obviously getting this concealer and just going to swipe my brush in a few times and then I can carve out the brows. I'll show you how I do this now. As you can see, I've just gone in with concealer just under my brow. It is a little bit rough, it's not perfect. As you can see, there's a bit of a wobble there, what's happened. So I'm just gonna swipe that down and just remove the concealer at the front of the brow. What's good is if you do mess it up, always just swipe away from the brow. You obviously don't want to swipe any concealer into the brow, otherwise I feel like it just looks really obvious and sometimes it can look a bit tacky when there's concealer, you know, in the middle of your brows. That's not the look we want. Okay, the underneath of the brow is now all done. I'm now just gonna do the upper part of the brow. As you can see as well, I am trying to make my brows look a bit thicker this time. I just take a bit of concealer and sort of do a straight line. And as soon as I get here, I don't let go of the brush and I just drag it down. And then it usually just comes out like that. I actually really like how that's looking. I'm just gonna go over it again. I'm just cleaning up the end. And then that brow was all done. I actually did that quite quickly. I'm just going to repeat this exact same to the other side and we'll just blend out this concealer first as well. So as you can now see, the brows are now all done. I feel like they're definitely giving baddie vibes. So now we can get onto the base, which I'm really excited for because I feel like full coverage base is the baddie look. So let's go. Okay, so obviously we have to start off with our primer. I actually really need to get a new one of these, but I honestly feel like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, it does such a good job. It's quite affordable as it's literally a drugstore primer. It's literally just not coming out yet. I definitely need to get a new one of these. But I really like it because it's really affordable and it really helps to make the makeup stick. So that is what I'm going in with for this look. And as you can see, I can just rub it into my skin. I haven't got too much because I'm really running out of this. Just make sure to get it mainly on your face. I put a bit on my forehead as well. I don't put too much just because obviously I blended out my brows and a bit of the concealer is on my forehead and I obviously don't want to make that separate. To be fair, this probably would be better to do before you do your brows, but I don't know, I just prefer doing it this way. So that's all done. I feel like my camera's not focused then, but yeah, the primer is now all on the face and all done, so now we can get into the actual base makeup. Okay, so for this look, I'm literally going to be going in with one of my favourite foundations ever. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation in shade Latte. I actually really like this and it's full coverage and I feel like it's definitely for baddie glam. So I'm just going to go and just do a few lines of this on my face and I'm making it as full coverage as possible. So if you're copying this, don't be scared to put too much product on because I feel like for a baddie base, you need to be full coverage. I actually might do 1 or 2 layers of this on my face just to get the best look, but yeah, I'm not just going to go ahead and put this on my face. So now that is all on my face, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in. I'm actually going in with the Real Techniques, which is... oh, I've actually gone in with the wrong brush. Okay guys, so the first brush I put on for my eyebrows, it was the 242 brush, and I think this is the 200 brush. I'm such a bad YouTuber, I actually said the wrong brush. And when I put this on, I kind of just like swipe it into the skin because you can already see how full coverage that is. Like, it's actually insane. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. As you can see, it's kind of giving like a satin finish. It's not completely matte, which I really like. Like, you can obviously make this really matte if you want to, with obviously like setting powders and everything, but I feel like just every day this is a really nice base product, and I do use it a lot. I use it in a lot of my routines, especially my full coverage ones. I feel like the main tip with this is just don't be scared to put too much on. I feel like with this makeup look, more is always better, especially with the base products. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna go and finish blending this out because I feel like I will be here a bit of a long time because I've still got to do my forehead as well. Okay, so now the base is now all blended out. I actually do really like how it's looking so far. I'm now gonna go in with bronzer, and for bronzer, I'm gonna be going in with the Rare Beauty bronzer in shade Happy Soul. You know what, genuinely, this is like one of my favourite bronzers I think I've ever used. It's so creamy, and I feel like especially for full coverage looks like this one, yeah, I really like this. And then to blend this out, I actually just blend it out with this brush I used to do the foundation. I feel like as well, if you have a bit of excess foundation on here, it kind of mixes with the bronzer and makes it look even more full coverage, which is what we want. With this, I'm just going to blend upwards. As you can see, I'm kind of creating a cheekbone as such, because I feel like with this look, you know, you want to look snatched. I'm just gonna blend this out. Okay, so now that's done, I'm just gonna blend the jawline, and with the jawline I kind of just like put it back and forth and then I blend it down. This obviously doesn't take too long, and then up here I literally just blend it in. So now this side's done, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this side out. Now my bronzer is all blended out, I'm going to be going in with blush, and I actually use this one all the time. If you watch my videos, you know how much I love this blush, but this is the Rare Beauty blush in shade Happy. I really like Rare Beauty products, especially because they're just so creamy, and I don't know, I just really like it, especially when you're doing like a full glam look. I feel like Rare Beauty is the way to go. As you can see, I've just done a couple dabs there. I'm just going to do the same on the other side, and then I'll blend this in. And then with this brush to blend it in, I'm just going to be using the Beauty Bay Make Them Blush brush. I really like this brush because it's a really nice brush to blend out cream products. I feel like already this look is really coming together, because I did obviously put a bit of eyelashes on before, again to save some time. Although I feel like I kind of need longer lashes with this look. I might put a couple 16mm lashes on the end just to look an extra baddie. As you can see, that blush was really easy to blend out. I'm just going to put a bit on my nose as well. But now it's actually time for concealer. And again, with concealer, I'm just going to go in with this Too Faced Born This Way one. The same one we used for the brows in shade Swan. This is like the most full coverage concealer I think I've ever used. Genuinely, it's insane. Before this, I'm just going to do a little dot there, and on the outer corner of my eye as well. And here on my chin, I feel like around the mouth as well. Okay, and one other place I actually really like to put concealer is on my top lip, or just above my top lip, because this makes such a difference when you do your makeup, especially when you want to do your lips. If you want your lips to stand out, honestly do this. So this is the places I put my concealer in, and then I'll blend this out. Mostly when I do this, I do use a beauty blender, just because I feel like this melts the products in as well as they can. Sometimes when you use brushes, the product gets stuck in the brush. When I'm doing like around the mouth and everything, I like to use this. Honestly, all the products are melting together so nicely. If I show you close up, actually, it's so cute. I feel like even further away, I feel like a baddie already. I'm just going to put a little bit more concealer on underneath the eyes, just because if you know me, I love a bright under eye. Although with this, I do actually like to blend out with a brush. Let me actually just find it. And this is the brush I actually really like to use. This is another Real Techniques brush again. I'm just going to blend underneath the eyes, kind of just like tapping inwards. Whatever you do, do not spread the brush, because it just won't blend out properly. With this as well, don't rush doing the makeup, because when I'm filming this generally takes me about an hour or something. All glam looks, you can't rush it. With this, I kind of pat into the corner of the eye and then pat outwards and drag it up, and then once I've done this eye, I'm just going to do the exact same to the other one. Again, just patting into the skin and tapping it outwards. I feel like one of the main tips as well is just like don't be too shy to put a lot of concealer on, just a lot of products on, because I feel like a lot of the time, I've said this before, but people, they ask why my makeup doesn't look like this, and obviously everyone's different at doing their makeup. It's not gonna look exactly the same, but I feel like a lot of the time people are scared to put too much makeup on. Just try and experiment and put a bit more on and see how you like it. This concealer is now all blended out. I actually really like it. I actually do really love how this look is looking. I have not done a baddie look in so long, so I'm starting to feel more like myself now. Next up is powder. I'm going in with my Baddie Beauty powder. This is shade Pound Cake. I'm just gonna go in with this with a powder puff. I feel like a lot of the time as well with this powder, a lot of it gets stuck at the bottom because I haven't got much left. If you actually shake it, a lot of the powder goes to the top. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm now gonna go in with my powder puff, but first I'm just gonna blend out any creasing I have underneath my eyes. I'm gonna do the same on the other side as well because we don't want to set any creases in place. If you follow me for a long time, I always say this, but it's really true. Now that's all done because creases can happen in like seconds. Now I'm gonna take my powder and then just powder underneath the eyes to start off with. Gonna get a lot on here. And then, like I said, I'm just going to pat underneath the eyes first. You can see we are proper baking this, like, we are baking this. I get quite oily on my forehead, so I'm going to put some there. And then around the mouth as well, where we've done the makeup around the mouth, I'm going to set that in place as well. You don't want to have a shiny top lip. And then for this look as well, I don't do this with many of my looks, but when I'm doing a full glam look like this, I always like to kind of, I don't know what you'd call this, but I always just like to put a bit here as well. I just feel like already, I feel like a baddie when I do that. Maybe I should have like a counter, or someone should count how many times in the video I actually say baddie, because I feel like that would be so funny. As you can see, she's looking snatched. I'm just gonna do the same on the other side. And I feel like as well, if you notice any places where you've got obvious oiliness, like I feel like around here as well, because it's actually quite warm right now, I've got a bit of like oiliness here, probably just because I'm a bit hot, and I'm just gonna pat that into the skin as well. Yeah, I'm actually running low on my Baddie Beauty powder. If anyone wants me to try any other makeup products or powders, please put them in the comments below, because I literally would love to, I'd love to try out things for you. I'm actually gonna let this bake in my face for a little bit, and whilst I'm gonna do this, I'm actually gonna do my lips. I'm trying to think what kind of lip vibe we're gonna go for. I feel like I'm just gonna do my normal lip. Maybe we're gonna do lip gloss today, because I feel like lip gloss is a baddie vibe. I don't usually put lip gloss on, but I feel like lip gloss will be a slay. So as you can now see, I have just gone ahead and just wiped around my mouth just with some micellar water, just so when I put the lip liner on, it makes it stand out more. I'm now gonna go in with my lip liner. This is the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in shade 808. This is my favorite lip liner ever, and I feel like this is gonna be a strong lip base for this look. Okay, as you can now see, the bottom lip is now all done. I'm just going to go ahead and do the top lip, but for this I'm actually just going to resharpen the pencil. Now we've got a little sharp top to the pencil. With this, I'm just going to start by doing the Cupid's bow. I feel like you've got to try and get this as neat as possible. As you can see, I kind of like made a line with the concealer, and I'm just going to basically follow that with the pencil. So as you can now see, the lip liner is now all done. I feel like already this makeup look is come together so quickly. I genuinely feel like, even though I feel like I've been filming for so long now, I think I've honestly been filming for like an hour and a bit, even though this video is probably only going to be like 20 minutes long. And I'm just going to go ahead and just powder on top of the lips just to really set it in place. I feel like this is one of the most satisfying bits, blending this part out. Okay, now that's all done. Do I look like a baddie yet? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like you could just leave this look here, because I feel like it definitely is given baddie enough already. However, I'm just going to do a few more finishing touches and then I will be back. Yeah guys, the makeup is now actually all done. I do really like how this turned out. If you wanted to know the finishing touches, what I put on, I just mainly put on highlighter. I put a little bit of bronzer on and a bit of nose contour, but that was mainly honestly it. This is the makeup all done. I actually do really like how it's turned out. I obviously was thinking about putting a bit of lip gloss on, but I really don't know now. Like, I don't want it to spoil the look, because I really like how it's looking already. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a video. Because another thing, I don't want to sound like one of them annoying YouTubers, but genuinely 66% of you are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed right now when you're watching my video, go down below and hit the subscribe button, because generally it helps me out so much more than you can imagine. Like, I think the last time I checked how many subscribers we were on, I think it was like 11k, which is genuinely insane. You guys hitting the subscribe button just makes me want to make more videos and just keep posting. Comment down below what videos you would like to see in the future, because I've actually got a lot of videos coming which I'm so excited for you guys to see, which I have planned. So yeah, I love you guys. Bye.